G'day guys and welcome to another episode of Yarning with an Aussie Legend. This week's with Ian Perrie, former Adelaide Crows player. It's a bit shorter, we had to rush off to a game of footy, but yeah, sit back and enjoy. He's got some awesome insight into his career. Thanks guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the reason I come here to chat to you is obviously you've got you've achieved something that as a kid I wanted to achieve, which was play Aussie rules footy. And obviously I was, not good enough to do it. So
Lots of people aren't. Sorry, go on.
No, it's just like, what you've experienced is something that a lot of people like me are interested in, and just intrigued to know kind of, what you did as a kid to put yourself in a position where you were, worthy of being drafted and such. So can you tell us, well, firstly, where you were born and, your circumstances growing up, what your family was, all about, what they did? And
yeah, it's a pretty simple story,
yeah.
Really. My family came from Zimbabwe when I was 2, so I don't really remember much back from there other than having a trip back there.
Yeah.
Grew up here, pretty simple life, riding bikes and skateboards and down the beach most of the time.
Yeah.
Didn't really think too much about sport. Was going to give up footy a couple of times. It's just
right. So you were just playing for the participation, having a bit of fun with your mates.
Yeah, that's right. And then probably got encouraged a bit by my brother. He was like, "Oh, just keep it up. Don't have a year off or anything." This was probably when I was 12. And
so he's older or younger than you?
He's an older brother. Yeah. But sort of, I think you get a lot of that drop off of people who are, as they hit high school, they tend to go their different ways or not focus on sport. And I only mention that because from what we see with my little man at Auskick, the drop off they must be 30 teams out there on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And by the time they hit 16, 17, there may be one or two teams if you're lucky. It's just such they condense it down into one team.
Yeah.
To see so many teams, so many people participate from the start.
Yeah.
It's that keeping the retention.
So what was it in your head? Like, why were you going to give it up? Was it?
I just thought I wasn't enjoying it as much.
Yeah.
And it's hard work, and you think there's other things you want to be doing, and you're just growing up. You just get distracted by other things.
Yeah.
Thinking you're playing footy on a Saturday, and your mates are off skateboarding or surfing or down the beach or just hanging out.
Yeah. So you just wanted to enjoy yourself as a kid and all that.
Yeah.
So then, you play basketball now. Did you play basketball as a kid, or like what else did you play?
No, we had a ring out the front. I tried basketball competitively a few times, but when you play football and you go to play basketball, it doesn't seem to work out. You sort of get fouled out pretty quick.
Yeah, okay.
But that was good. But we just played a lot of street ball.
Yeah.
It's obviously a bit rougher, but.
So you were more into your bikes and your skating and stuff?
Yeah, and always had older kids around, which always helps when you can notice kids younger these days who have older brothers. Generally, they're the guys who are more advanced because they're competing. They're tougher. They get up. They don't get any sympathy from their brothers or their older sisters. They get beaten down. You stay down. So that's sort of the environment I grew up in. You really had to fight.
So are you the youngest? Or?
Yeah. Two older brothers. So you grow up pretty quick and you toughen up pretty quick, and and that's sort of just continued through until.
So when did you start getting noticed, kind of thing? Like, were you making rep teams young or anything?
About 15, I played my first combined side or so, and then from there, didn't do too well, and then sort of 16 started to get a few kicks in the junior leagues and play. Yeah. A combined.
Were you always playing like big forward, or were you
in the ruck?
Yeah, in the ruck as a kid.
Yeah. And then from there, played in a couple of combined sides, played in Subiaco Colts, played a couple of games there. Then the next year moved to East Perth Colts when I was 17. So.
And then just went from there, eh?
Went from there, played Teal Cup. I played that year out and did well, a lot better than what I thought I would do, because I wasn't in that. I'd moved across from the Subi zone, didn't really know too many of the guys. I played against some of the guys in the junior footy that I played against. They were good guys. They played hard, so it was actually good to be in a fresh environment rather than being in an environment where you'd grown up with the guys you were playing with. Yeah. You meet a whole new bunch of guys. Did well there. Won the best and fairest there, which was good. That was cool. Surprised standing there, in the the best and fairest thing.
Yeah. So who were you in your team that we might know the names of?
No one in Peter Hare. A few guys went on. I didn't really follow their careers too much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But a few guys went on and played a little bit of reserve footy and league footy, and then
cool.
And not played up. There was a guy. There was a guy. It's a sad story. Who played. He was really good. He was going to get drafted.
Yeah.
And his name is Simon Reed. And he had an incident with his dad and ended up getting shot.
Oh right.
Yeah. And it was a really sad moment. Sad time for him. Took a long time. Just the family tension. And for him to get physically through it.
Yeah.
And lucky to be alive. So he
put things in perspective for you when you're competing and all that. Or?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was my first experience of lost talent as well, and a guy who could have been and done anything.
Yeah, right.
Lose it all, really.
Yeah.
And then as you go through the environment, just playing footy and a high achievement environment, you see guys who get injured, who are really great players, great guys, and it's unfortunate. They might do a knee or they do a hamstring or something at the wrong time of the year, out of contract, and they lose their contract, and next thing you know, they're not in the system anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just part of the deal.
Yeah.
You're very lucky to play footy for a long time, not just to be good enough to play and hang in the system or excel, to be a Brownlow medalist or to be a best and fairest or be a good senior player. Just be lucky enough not to get injured and lucky enough to be good enough to, I suppose, work hard enough and stay in the system. It's underrated for what the public see. They see 5 or 6 players who are always in the side, or 10 players who are always in the side, but the other 10 or 12, they're in and out of the side. They're always fighting for their spot. So it's the perception of, and because I was one of those guys, so it makes me feel a little bit hollow when someone goes, oh, you just go out and play footy, you get paid heaps of money. Or when you don't get paid heaps of money and you're fighting tooth and nail for your spot and you're hanging in year by year, then it's a completely different.
Yeah.
The way you look at the system is completely different.
Yeah. Well, this is going to kind of jump ahead of what I was thinking, but was it like that when, say, Wayne Carey came in your team, or when players were coming in who were taking your spot kind of thing, or you're saying that you were one of those guys that was always fighting for your spot?
Yeah, they're always looking for tall forwards.
Yeah.
So by that time I was trying to cement a spot as a tall forward, obviously in and out, doing it whatever I could to stay in the side. And, they bring someone in. There's always, we've got to give him a go. So, the next guy, I go back out while they give someone else a go.
Yeah.
You fight tooth and nail, play well, get back in the side.
Yeah.
And then it's the guy who can hang on the most. So we had quite a few guys who I watched come into my spot and then get sort of moved on. There was a young guy, Fergus Watts, Evan Hewitt came through. Mark Stevens was a great recruit for us. He played a lot of years.
Yeah, Evan Hewitt plays in the AFL Nice with us,
Yeah, that's right. And then Wayne Carey came for a couple of years. Yeah. He played 2 years, but he played half the games while he was there. Good addition, great addition to the club. Super fella, great to have around the club.
Yeah.
But just another one of those challenges you have to deal with. You can't often play 3 tall forwards in a side. So there's Mark Stevens, Wayne Carey and myself, and I'm like, so
okay.
A couple of champions, and then you sort of.
So what made you stand out above the other guys that were kind of in and out as well?
I think.
Don't be humble here. Tell us how good you are.
I wasn't really. No, honestly, just reliable. Because sometimes teams just need someone who's reliable to stand under a footy and tackle and chase, and they knew that they were going to get certain.
Just that
qualities,
competitiveness out of you.
Yeah, so you knew that when I played, that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get froth and bubble, but you'll get a solid effort.
Yeah,
and then
consistent performance kind of thing.
That's right, and then you try and make up the dynamic of your forward line, say with that. So you've got a hard-working tall forward who can contest. And then you've got Scott Welsh who can. Our mix with Scott Welsh who can finish goals.
Yep.
You might have Tyson Edwards who can kick goals, but also. Find players with these super skills.
And move up the ground a fair bit, he did.
Move up. So you had guys who can drift in and out there, but you just try and be part of the chemistry of the forward line of the position you're trying to hold down.
Yeah. So what was like one of the things that you reckon if you excelled at one area in particular, you could have become that rock or that solid player, you know what I mean? Like, what was the thing that you might have been lacking?
Like probably goal kicking.
Yeah,
like just being able
set shot.
Yeah, just being able to kick straight.
Yeah.
Like I could pretty much do most things, but when it came to like kicking goals, I probably kicked.
Like 50-50 kind of accuracy.
Yeah, or a little bit like less, and never really confident for whatever reason. Not sure why. It's just part of the makeup of who I am.
Okay.
But
So what was it like when you were lining up? Were you feeling shaky at the crease kind of thing, or was it like a?
Yeah, a little bit. It's hard. You're tired, you know. Like it's not just tired. It's the crowd and everyone's having a go at you, and you're not believing in yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of different things, but I just was not a very good kicker goal.
Right, because like obviously playing footy with you now, like awesome field kick.
Yeah. So I wish I could just do that.
Yeah, right.
And just take, but it's like putting. Like it's such a mental thing.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's not that you only have to move the putter that far, but same with the kick. You're not under pressure. You're walking, and all you have to do is swing your leg, but it's what's at stake. The goal. So
how many games did you end up playing?
I think it was 116 home and away.
Yep, and over like how many years were you in the system?
10 years.
10 years, right? And so you were saying with the battling for your wage and all that sort of stuff. Did you have like managers involved for yourself, or were you kind of representing yourself? Is managers only a thing for the big names, or?
Oh no, everyone has a manager.
Yeah,
like, you battle for your position, and
they look after that kind of thing.
Yeah, but generally, clubs always trying to, I suppose, get you down because they want to have more in the salary cap for the top players or to recruit other players, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But if you play well and you do well, you'll be rewarded.
Yeah.
Because other clubs will come looking for you and put offers on the table, and that's what your manager does. So while you're getting a kick, he's fielding phone calls. What's he thinking about doing next year?
Yeah.
Does he want to move? We've got some room in the salary cap.
Did you get any like other clubs circling around?
I could have come back to Freo about 5 years in and decided that the move probably wasn't a great option. I'd been there 5 years. You've established yourself. You've got to, establish yourself as in the system. You're improving, and
bit of stability is kind of handy for that as well.
Yeah, well, people know what you're good and bad at too.
Yeah,
like the coaches already know you the points you have to work on.
Yeah.
So you're already into that development.
Yeah.
You're still into it. It's 5 years in. You're still developing. So when you go to a new club and they don't know what you're good and bad at, and they still take a couple of years to find that out. So it was good to stay there. Plus, ended up staying a few years and like for the 10 years and got life membership back there. So rewarded with a bit of loyalty too. Yeah.
So what's that involved, like life membership?
It's 10 years and 100 games. That's just qualification. But then
but what do you get out of it?
You just get a couple of tickets to the game. So
nice.
And you get some dinners and social functions and stuff.
Cool.
But it's
just be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And to be recognised as part of the history of the footy club.
Yeah.
Because thinking about it, I mean, Adelaide Footy Club, it had only really been around for 10 years.
Before you came
Before I came.
Yeah.
Yeah, or less than 10 years. So I came and seen 97. They'd been around since 91, I think. So it's not a lot of time for them to get in.
To build that history, and you're one of the first people to be locked in.
Yeah. So not there's a little bit of water under the bridge before I turned up.
Yeah, but still, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so who were your coaches? You had Airzy and...
Started with Blight.
Oh, yeah?
Had 2 years under Blighty. Then... What
was he like for you in terms of personal development?
Yeah, he was pretty good. I had more to do. Being a young guy, I had more to do with the assistant coaches.
Yeah.
So Daryl Hart, I spent a lot of time with him. He was... And this is back in the day when we had Blight, Daryl Hart and another coach. So
that's it.
And there was 3 coaches, or you had a senior coach and an assistant coach and maybe a couple of helpers, but nothing serious. Now there's a bank of coaches there.
Yeah, like 50 support staff and that.
There's lots of guys there to help out. Yeah, and you might have 4 or 5 coaches who are specific, ruck, midfield, back, forward, skills coach, fitness coach, all chiming in, but all with the same philosophy. They all have to be they all have to
be on
the same page.
So what was Blighty's foundational coaching style or his team rules or anything like that?
Yeah, he had some pretty strong team rules that you had to stick to, just on field rules mainly. But
yeah, so what were they kind of things?
Well, just he wanted you to take a risk.
Yep.
He said you're never going to win a grand final by playing scared, that sort of stuff. So obviously do it in the right parts of the ground, but it was very freeing, I think, for a lot of guys who are so
instinctive players, kind of thing.
Yeah. And well, the list was super. The list was super, but it was being held back by, probably the style of coaching that was around at the time. Like it was a lot of yelling, and the coaches tended to get a lot out of their teams by being derogatory.
Yeah.
The generation of Rodney Eads and David Parkins, not that I know Dave like these guys personally, but there's a lot of yelling and screaming and
that's what they're known
down.
for. Like Barassi even goes back further, but known for being the yeller.
And Blight came in and freed that up. Guys, he wasn't going to go off at guys for taking a chance or messing something up, but he would have a go at you for not having a crack, like not taking that chance that may have resulted in something special happening. So that was good, and it freed everyone up. And then I think he just lost his way a bit in the last year.
Yeah, okay.
And then he finished up, and we got Ayres. Had Ayres for 5 years.
Yeah, what was Ayres'?
Ayres was good in general. He's a solid coach, and he wanted the best for his charges, and we trained hard. We got some good results while Ayres was coaching. So he was good. Yeah, good for the club. And then we moved from there. He was unlucky in a way, and that's just circumstance. But then we got Neil Craig, and Neil Craig took us to another level with the way he sort of thought about the game.
Yeah,
he thought he was pretty innovative in the way the game should be played as a fast-moving style game where the whole place works like clockwork, rather than the backs do the back thing, mids do the mid thing, and the forwards stay up forward. Like the whole place just moves. And functions together, and we had some really good success. Played in a couple of prelims, got skunked by West Coast.
Yeah, a couple of times,
and that was unfortunate for us because they had a super list, and we didn't lose to Sydney for a couple of years there. But
so you reckon if you guys had swapped places, you would have given it a bloody good fight in the grand final, I think?
Oh yeah, against Sydney, yeah.
Yeah, right. That was just how it worked out, eh?
Yeah, got to get over all the hurdles.
Yeah, that's it. And so then, when did you finish up? And was it because of injury or just time was up, or like what was the circumstances around there?
Yeah, I had a pretty bad knee injury second last year. Played that year out, and then my last year I just sort of limped through. Just wasn't 100%.
Yeah. So what goes through your mind in that? Are you instantly thinking career over, or are you thinking keep this going as long as I can? Like what goes through your head?
I thought that was pretty much coming to an end.
Yeah.
27. You're battling the whole time anyway. Now you're injured. You're battling. I wasn't going to be prolonging my career for another 5 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of on a bung knee. So.
Yeah, right. So you're a builder now. Were you doing your apprenticeship as a player or anything like that, or?
Just did night school.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and did the building side of things, all the theory stuff at night school.
So how many hours does that take up during a week?
It's about 8 hours a week at night school.
Yeah.
And then when I finished up playing AFL, obviously you have a fair bit of free time. Like even though you're playing, you go and play SANFL or country, whatever you're going to do after that. Most guys, but I played SANFL, which took up a lot of time. Those guys are doing 80% of the work.
Yeah, right.
For 20% of the pay. So it's not a lot of. It's a pretty big commitment. Those SANFL, and it reflects in how good the comp is. Good comp, but then just worked on the side there. Just did the on-site stuff
and then you're doing coaching now as well, or just for juniors, or like was coaching an aspiration for a while? And
not really. No, I've never really floated my boat coaching.
Yeah, right.
Play and then you can forget about the game. Coaching, you seem to be living it for your players. I mean, I coached 8-year-olds and after I come home from training, I can't stop thinking about it. You know, like
even just the youngins.
Improvement.
Yeah, right.
What we're going to do, what you can do with them, what they understand, what they can do on how they can execute it on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
So some of the stuff we're doing is probably a little bit more advanced than what they're used to, but they get it. They just don't get it as good as what you would.
Yeah.
You'd hope, but your expectations can't be too high.
Yeah. So now as a coach, what's the main thing that you need to drill into the kids, or that you want them to take out of your coaching?
Attention's a good one. Like you probably got a pretty short attention span for them.
Yeah.
But you've also just basics like being able to kick, drop punts. All of them. Yeah. So all of them can pass to their teammate, because everyone wants to kick a goal from halfway.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to dodge 3 players and
do a couple of fend-offs along the way.
yeah. So you just want them to be able to do the basics: hand passing, kicking.
Yeah.
But try and make them instinctively do the basics, which they don't. I never learnt till I was 13, 14, 15. Grab the ball, use your legs, grab the ball. You know, give yourself some time. I suppose that's one we've been really focusing on. Other one is running with your teammates.
Yep.
You know, a lot of guys will dispose the ball and just
stop running.
So if you run with your teammates, you're always going to be a chance to, and especially in these comps, people fumble all the time. So just get around the ball. As the ball moves, move with the ball. Yep. And accountability, that's a big one. Nobody wants to pick anyone up. A bit like 9-a-side footy.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, anytime I've got a chance to go forward, I'll go forward. Got to sneak a few goals. So then, looking back on your career, was there any period that you're most proud of, and a period where you were just playing well and everything was coming together, or just the achievements with your teammates? What is it that now you look back that you think, that was good?
A couple of times when you're flying, you just feel really free.
Yep.
Like you can't do anything wrong, and you're playing well. You know you're going to be playing next week. You're playing. You're one of the better sides. You're one of the better players in the side. Had that a couple of times. And then just before I hurt, I did my shoulder. I was doing that. I hurt my shoulder quite badly, and then that put me out. So that was a roadblock. And then the same thing happened. I was doing really well. Then I hurt my knee.
Yep. So
that was a frustrating aspect of it, when you actually start to get some momentum in the way you want to play, and then you get an injury. But there's lots of guys who were playing really well and they got career-ending injuries. Yeah. So you think, you were here for a while. Just be thankful for what you had. Yeah, because a lot of guys. Yeah, the amount of talent that you see come through the doors, and anyone with any longevity would be able to say that, how talented the guys are that walk through the door, and for one reason or another, just don't have it.
The luck or whatever.
The luck, the mental fortitude, the toughness, the skill, the talent in the end. The potential's there, but the talent doesn't develop. Lots of guys like that. So you just got to be thankful for the time you have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't make it as a footy player, what would you have done? Would building have been the thing on your mind as a teenager?
I don't know. It's sort of lucky in a way that I fell into it. I didn't really go out to. It wasn't really a career path being an AFL footy player.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it wasn't professional. When I come in, everyone else had jobs. Everyone we had financial planners, we had tradies, everyone had jobs. So it was 3 days a week when I turned up.
Yeah, okay.
Then I went 8 days a week.
8 days a week.
Sorry, no, 8 sessions a week.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then it was 11 sessions a week.
Yeah, right.
So and then it just went
picked right up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's I think it's pretty much like that now. So whether a session may be a recovery session where you do your maintenance and injury prevention and physio, ice baths, all that sort of stuff, and then another session is 3 hours of skills and running. Yeah. So it's all part of the deal, but you don't get the time to do anything other than football, which is to some, from a personal view, to the detriment one of the players and just really to the players. I think they lose balance in life, and also they're going to have more mental shocks when they come out of it after 3, 5, 10 years. They're just going to be lost. It's like coming out of the army. It's just really full on. So everyone sort of tends to drift. The guys who I knew, who were in the system for as long as I was, tended to drift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spend a year or two, just lost.
Mm.
Like, I'm working, but I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah, okay.
I don't, and I'm not happy, like, because you've come from such a motivating environment, nothing compared to the environment you're in, which makes it unique.
Yeah.
In that sense, like, to find that again somewhere is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's the sort of thing like that, you know, general public don't even comprehend. We just look at it as the glory days and, you know, the money rolling in and like you said though, not everyone's getting coin and not everyone's, you know, soaking in glory either. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I saw guitar walking in here as well. You bit of a multi-talented person.
Nah, not really. I haven't picked it up for a while. These guys, I might pick it up just because I got these guys around there. They're pretty musical. So
yeah, right. That's good.
Yeah, I need to really get into it and
Yeah, cool.
pick it up and start strumming away again.
That's cool, man. But look, we've got a game to get to, so it's been quick, but I appreciate you sharing your story, mate. Is there anything else that you want to add, like anything that, you know, the general public who aren't involved in footy might want to know that you haven't touched on?
Not really. No, just got to appreciate what you've got. Appreciate everything in life. Like, it could be over tomorrow. There's lots of as you make your way through the journey of life, you'll hear about people who get their lives cut short, like these injuries. You know, like just how lucky you are to be alive and healthy.
That's it. Well, thanks, mate. Much appreciated.
Easy.
All right, now let's go and kick some goals. Yeah, massive thanks to Ian Perrie for his time and sharing his story. Next week is with James Maddock, who's also travelling around Australia at the moment with his wife. Met up with them in Broome, and yeah, he got to share his travel stories. So yeah, stay tuned for that next week. Thanks, guys.